So you're planning a trip, a move, or maybe some business abroad, and you've hit a paperwork snag. It happens. Today, we're going to clear up one of the most confusing hurdles for folks from Massachusetts, the apostille. What in the world is it, and do you really need one for your passport or driver's license? Let's break it down. Okay, picture this. You're getting all your documents ready, feeling good about it, and then some foreign office asks for an apostille, and you're probably thinking, in a what now? Trust me, if that's you, you are definitely not the first person to ask that question. And this quote really hits the nail on the head. It honestly can feel like you're learning a whole new language with its own weird grammar and vocabulary. But the good news is, once you get the basics, you'll be speaking it fluently in no time. So, what is this thing really? Well, think of an apostille as a special kind of international seal of approval. It's a certificate that gets attached to your document, and it basically tells every other country, hey, this document from Massachusetts, it's the real deal. The signature is legit. All right, now for the main event, your passport versus your driver's license. When it comes to an apostille, the answers couldn't be more different. For your U.S. passport, the answer is almost always a big, simple no. But for your Massachusetts driver's license, that's where things get a little tricky. Let's start with the easy one, your passport. And I've got good news for you here, because the answer is about as straightforward as it gets. I mean, just think about it for a second. Your passport is issued by the U.S. Department of State for the specific purpose of international travel. It was literally born to be recognized all over the globe. It's the gold standard of travel ID. So here's the key takeaway. If someone from another country asks you to get an apostille for your U.S. passport, chances are it's just a misunderstanding. It's so rare that your best move is to just politely double-check with them and ask what they really need. Okay, now let's switch gears and talk about your Massachusetts driver's license. This is where we have to pay a little closer attention because the answer isn't a simple yes or no. And this right here clears up one of the biggest points of confusion. If all you want to do is rent a car on your vacation in, say, Italy or Spain, you do not need an apostille. What you probably need is something called an International Driving Permit, or IDP. It just translates your license info, that's all. So if it's not for just driving around, then when on earth would you actually need to get an apostille for your driver's license? Well, it turns out there are a few very specific, high-level situations where it might pop up. You can see the pattern here, right? We're not talking about a 2-week holiday. This is serious stuff. Applying to live somewhere long-term, opening up bank accounts, starting a company, you're trying to formally establish yourself in another country. And that really gets to the heart of it. In these situations, nobody cares if you can parallel park. They're using your driver's license as a primary form of photo ID, and they need an extra official layer of verification from the U.S. government that says, yes, this person is who they say they are. Okay, so let's say you're in one of those situations and you actually need one. What do you do? Is it a nightmare? Well, not really. The process is actually pretty straightforward once you know the steps. Now listen closely because this is the most important part. You never get an apostille on your actual plastic ID card. No way. First, you get an official, certified copy of your license record. Then you take that piece of paper to the Massachusetts Secretary of the Commonwealth, and they're the ones who will attach the apostille to it. So, if we boil this all down to one simple idea, it's this. Your passport is already a global VIP, ready to go anywhere. Your driver's license, on the other hand, is more of a local celebrity that sometimes needs a special introduction, and that introduction is the apostille. And honestly, just knowing that difference can save you so much time and stress. It helps make sure you're fully prepared with the right documents in hand for your big adventure. So now you know. The only question left is, are you ready?